Habari Gani. So happy Kwanzaa. For those that celebrate, I know I do. My name is Natural. I'm coming to you from the lovely island of Grenada. Welcome. Giagubinge Lela. So listen, I'm feeling the fact that I've lived quite a few places. So today you will hear Maskandi, traditional music in the back, which is my Zulu traditional music. Yes. So if you ever go to South Africa, do yourself a favor and embrace the traditional music. If you go to KZN or anywhere around that area, KwaZulu Natal, you will run into Shaka Zulu's people, his tribe. And the traditional music is Maskandi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, YouTube. For those that are new, welcome. For those that have been with me from the very beginning, welcome. For those that have paved the way, welcome. So blissful and prosperous New Year to you all. Today, we're going to get straight to, if you looked at the last video, you will see that we're having a shift this year. So I think we got 48 hours before the shift. Anyway, this will be the first hand art workshop. And today's Kwanzaa tradition. Kwanzaa is about 7 traditions. Today, I believe, is day 5, and Habari Gani would be what's the news. I said to you, Habari Gani, today's news would be Nia. Nia. Nia is purpose. So I'm going to hold a workshop, and I'm going to pay homage to my South African folk because I am a workshop facilitator, which is part of my business. One of the ways I sustain myself when I'm moving trotting throughout this world. The first place I ever held a workshop, people, was South Africa, because I was so determined to leave my youth with a entrepreneurial skill. I was determined, and it has paid off. I lived in South Africa 2014 to 16, 2 years. And about 2 months ago, I got a phone call from one of the youth that was my student, who was a part of my workshop. She entered into one of my competitions. She was one of the winners. We had 3 winners. I think she was number 1 or 2. Very clever young lady, too. And she called me not too long ago to remind her of what type of wire we were using. She's ready to become a designer, an earring designer. So imagine that. So this is the purpose, Nia, meaning purpose. This is the purpose of today's video. I just wanted to make a shift, offer a little more to my people who have been very supportive. If you haven't liked, subscribed, or shared this video, please do. It will be good if you subscribe, because I'm getting ready to offer up entrepreneurial skills that can lead to entrepreneurship. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my workshops. The art of wire wrapping, which is today's video, may not be your forte, but my workshops are designed to wake up whatever is inside of you. So it may not be one thing, so don't count yourself out. And it's surely not for the first workshop I held. I had 20 girls, and then I had 20 boys. The boys said, I don't want this. This is for girls. This is for girls. But after they start creating and designing, and I allow them to open their minds, I said, imagine being an architecture or a doctor or whatever you want to be in life, and then have an earring line on the side. So they start designing and creating. Now, I wasn't able to teach them with the wire wrapping, which I'm showing you guys today. But I was able to teach them with beautiful African fabrics. So Ankara African earrings. If you're into earrings, or if your wife or your empress or your nieces or your daughters are into earrings, and if they've ever had any Ankara wrapped earrings, Ankara means bright, shiny African fabrics. something like what I have on. Imagine it an earring, one of the most beautiful things you ever want to see. So today is Workshop 101. It's the first time I'm doing an online workshop. It's going to be basic. 101 means basic, but you'll be learning skills that can lead to entrepreneurship. So I will try to do this once a week and still make other videos, because the purpose of this is just to coincide with my channel. Those that decide to get up and leave United Snakes America for whatever reasons, move somewhere you've always wanted to live, because they always say, naturally, you live places where people go on vacation and where people retire. Absolutely. That's a whole nother video about why I move the way I do, because I understand it lives in my DNA. Once you understand who you are and what your DNA stands for and its purpose, you'll move freely and you won't allow fear to control your life. You won't allow that. So today is one of those days, and this is Workshop 101, wire wrapping, the art of wire wrapping. So I'm going to move my face out of it and give you more of the workshop itself. Here I would like for you to see I have all kinds of energy stones. I am an energy stone connoisseur. I am attracted to them. They are attracted to me. You can see an energy stone in my ring. You see an energy stone, clear quartz, in my birthday gift to myself. So I have a few of them laying out here. And the energy is leading me to this tourmaline. So this is what we're going to wrap today. We're going to make something similar to this. Tourmaline. It's basic. It's easy. Well, it might be easy for me to say that. It's beautiful. And it has a lot of energy. So if you would care to do the research on your own, tourmaline, Tourmaline, and put in the comments of the energy that it carries, and if you're attracted to that energy, or if that energy is attracted to you, because you'll know the difference after you start interacting with energy. So welcome. If you're here, I'm glad you're here. Please share it with your friends so they can subscribe. The purpose of subscribing is so you'll have the notification when the next wire wrapping. People come to me to pay a lot for these workshops. I am going to offer it up to you now. So we're going to work with tourmaline. So let's put everything else back out of the way. I'm going to do less talking and more working. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the box below, in the comment box, and I will respond eventually. So tools. Tools are very basic. Now let's start with, today we'll be using 12 gauge. This is 12 gauge. Wire comes in all colors, all sizes. This is easy to work with your hands. One of the reasons why I use it. Because as we, age in this life, and you do a lot of craft, your hands, your movement all the time, and that little arthritis is settling in the thumb, but it's been over years. I'm talking hairdresser, 11 years, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I keep copper on this one, but I like working with silver. Actually, this is aluminum, or anything that looks like a silver that holds up and works well with the body and the energy of the body. So aluminum is my favorite. It's, like I said, this is a 12 gauge. You will see me work with different types of all the time. So let's go. This one is a 0.40 millimeter. This is good for its incredible strength and its control. You will learn that wire can't always be controlled. It goes in the direction that it chooses to. So hopefully you can watch from the beginning to the end so you can learn how to wire wrap. Okay, let me get started. Always. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't introduce my tools. Today I'm working with 2 tools. Your tools will become your best friend. This one I call a wire cutter. It cuts wire very, very easily, and you will see. It has the blade on the back, the sharp blade, cuts real easy. This one is more of a bender. It helps you turn and wind and get into spaces that are very difficult to get into. Okay, in the beginning, I will just turn in. Just turn in. Just turn it in. Then I will straighten it up. This straightens up. Okay, see, I just turned it in. That's all I did was turn it and turn it in. Because it's going to help me start wrapping my stone. You always look for the best side that lays properly. Always look for the best side that it will lay properly on. Now, I would surely like for this white to be exposed that runs through the tourmaline. That's very rare, but it's beautiful. But it's also the flat side that would lay properly. So you have to make a decision at that point. Make a decision. So, anyway, I'm going to start on the back plain side. And I'm going to lay it just like this. Just lay it. And then you will turn it. Keep it flat. See how I've kept it flat? Right up against the stone. It's now bent. Because I'm letting the stone, the energy stone, control the way it goes. I'm going around and I'm going around. I'm going around again, coming around again. Now when I get here in the back, where the first bend was, I'm going to hold it in the middle and just turn. Just hold it. Lay your thumb right on it where it can't go nowhere and turn. Turn. Okay. I'm going to come over. I turned from the back and just bought it. It's just about direction. Then this part right here that kind of sits up like a point, I want to wrap around it. Yes. And then I want to go down, cross the back. And I want to come across the front. And this is not anything you plan. It just works that way. When you get to the back again, I want to hold it again and I want to turn one time. Okay? That is the part that you are going to secure. You're going to secure this back part with the thinner wire. Okay? We'll do that later. That's the part that's going to lay on top of your arm. Okay, now, after that is when you're going to, after you get this part wrapped the way you choose to have it wrapped, then you kind of straighten your wire out. And I'm kind of measuring up. Let's take about your thumb about maybe 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of short. I like my bracelets to go around maybe once or twice. 6. Let's do 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then cut. It's just a judgment call. That way, you can't go wrong. You see it's wider than my arm, and you always want your edge to be smooth. Okay? Okay. So now I got a smooth edge. Smooth. And my stone is all wrapped on one end and ready to go. Okay. Now, to make this more secure as a bracelet, I'm going to take another piece. I'm straightening it out. It's 12 gauge is so nice to work with. It's easy to straighten out with your fingers. Just take your time. I'm going to put a piece on there the same length. as the one that's sticking out. So you go from the edge of the stone, and I'm holding it with my hand to here. Hold it. Well, I got my eye on it. It was right here. Don't have to be exact, but you want it to be. So this is amazing to be able to make something this beautiful as it's going to be when it's complete, and you'll see. And all you need is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you tell me how much you sell it for, and then I'll tell you in the comment box how much I sell it for. So you can purchase on my page. I'll leave my Facebook business page at the bottom of this. I use Facebook as a business page. I tried Instagram. It don't work for me. But you'll be able to go through and see everything I've created in the last 11 years. Next month is 11 years. And look through my photos and so forth and so on. And by the way, cheers. That's lovely moringa and lime. It's a beautiful thing living on the island. You can always utilize the natural resources. Matter of fact, all my energy stones come right here from the island of Grenada. Okay, so now we're going to put these two together. Start from the back, and you always want to line it up against the flat side. See this flat side? Because that way, when I make my little bend, it'll lay flush up against. If I try to put it on this side, I'm gonna have a problem because all that's in the way. If you can understand what I'm saying. So up against the flat side, you got a little bit extending longer on the other side. Don't worry, you're gonna make something with it. You're getting creative. Nothing will ever turn out the way you plan it. This is your creation. You become a creator. I said it right, creation, creator and a designer. So now we're going to wrap. Now, normally I would have a smaller wire, but we're working with what we have. We're working with what we have. Once again, I'm going to bend it in, just like I showed you in the beginning. A lot, almost everything you do will probably be starting off this way. It's an easy way. Okay, so now we're going to wrap. Right up against the back. You got it laid up flush against each other. And I'm going to start right. I'm going to hold my finger on it. See that? I'm holding my finger on it. Right there. Because I am going to bend it. Try to keep the two that you're wrapping around nice and snug. Nice and snug. You see that? And these are staying tight together. Keep going, but every time you turn, keep them lined up straight against each other. You're going to feel like they're sliding, but you're in control here, and remember that. If you remember that you're in control, look, you're in control. Hold it every time you wrap it, hold it so you control it. See that? This is just one way. There's a million ways to wrap. And if you follow these, I'm not sure if it's going to turn out to series or just an event. Depends on what y'all want and need from me. And what I'm willing to offer. And how many subscribe. Yeah, it'll be a good thing. Okay. This is what we had. Don't worry about if it's bending now. One thing about aluminum, don't be afraid to bend it. It makes the most beautiful designs because you're free enough that when you get to the end, I want you to go close, sort of like this. So you can start getting ready to tie your ends up. Okay. Now, let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's move this. Cut it just enough to turn use the flat side, flush right up against it. And then you're going to use your bender. your bender tool, and you're going to turn it up just like that. All I did was turn it, just like I'm always bending it. The same bend, and then match it up against it. Look, same bend. Come all the way down. And you can space this as much as you need to. You don't have to go all the way down even like I do. Some people stop here, leave this open, but we'll have several videos and show you several different techniques. Don't worry, this is the first one. Okay, now let's straighten things out and see what we have here. This is your turnaround guy. Now this right here, this first bend that we did right here, I'm going to lay it properly. Lay her properly. Let's bend her over. There you go. We laid her down properly. You take your tool and lay her down properly because she was sticking out. You don't ever want to leave anything sticking out to stick anybody. Whether you're making an earring, a bracelet, you don't want nobody returning your product talking about it's sticking me. That's the last thing you want, or it's falling apart. You don't want that. You're a creator and a designer, and hopefully I'm not just doing these things to show you different ways that I sustain myself when I travel around the world. I'm hoping that you will take heed to it and possibly start your own business. No matter what it is, start your own. COVID said so, people. Okay, so now the piece that we left sticking here, remember, up by the stone, we got to do something with it. Make a design. Whatever your design may be, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to turn it again and again and again and make it a circle. It's something about me and the circle of life. Okay, now this here, not really crazy about it because when it's from the front, you can still see that right there. So let's turn this down a little more. There you go. Now that's the back. This is the front. So now, looking nice, looking nice. That's what you have so far in the front. Nice and secure stone. We still have to secure this because you don't want it to be able to get away from you. But before we do that, let's do something to your two ends. See these two ends? You always got to do something to them. And there's another technique I like to show you where you don't even end up with these two ends because you just bend the wire. But that's another. So I'm feeling maybe, let me see, Tourmaline is so powerful. Let's give it some love. Some more love, actually. Let's give it a heart type of. Let's see. One. Let's aim. One. Like a heart, so to speak. Just something different. Not bad. Not bad. Just a design. You know, you can do what you want to do, but it's wait a minute. I wanna give me one. Oh, I don't have to go anywhere. I'm gonna use my coconut oil bottle because I just want to show you how to get it in a perfect shape. But this is gonna be for the arm or the ankle, whatever you choose to have it for. Got it perfect. That's what the bottle and its shape will do. Then you can finish bringing on. This might fit somebody's ankle. You know, they make great ankle bracelets. Okay, so far this is what we have. Now we have to secure this. So we're gonna kind of move everything out of the way. Remove your bottle. Okay. Now we have to focus on the stone. Let's take a piece of wire about maybe I don't even measure. I'm just a person that works pretty much hands on by eye. But it's like let's see, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 inches. Don't even do the width of your body. 13 inches. Enough for you to work with so you don't run out. You'll begin to be able to call these measurements yourself once you start creating and designing. So I'm just going to reinforce this under here. Reinforce. Okay, so I'm going to go under. Just get in where you can get in. If the stone will let you come through freely, then fine, you're in there, and try to make each end even. You see, this wire is kind of thin, but I want you to see. I'm going under here to reinforce this so it does not go anywhere while it's on your arm. And you can use your puller to pull things tight. Use this one, the rounder, the one that turns round. Use it. Okay. And go out again. Use your. We're making it nice and secure. Yep. And take your time because sometimes it'd be difficult to get into these spots. Okay, I'm in one. I got through a good one too. When I say good one, I mean one that I know was secure, because you already got it secured in here wrapped. But then you want to make sure that this part, remember you held your hand and you only turned it. You only turned it where my finger is. You only turned it. So now you want to make sure it has this wire underneath, and you want to make sure you're doing it in a way that it will not stick anyone. There's another good one. Pull tightly. These are good for pulling too. Look, hey. So then you test it. You start moving it. Oh, it's in there. It can't go nowhere. Okay. So once you get it tight, about 3 full times in good spots. I don't care how many times you have to go through, long as it's not getting too bulky, and long as you're not seeing, long as you're seeing where it will not stick anyone. That's the most important thing. I want you to think like a designer, because these are skills that can lead to entrepreneurship, which I hope happen throughout this channel. I hope to enhance a few entrepreneurs' lives like people have enhanced mine. Okay, now once I clip them two pieces off, look, wait a minute, I want you to see what I did. Can you see? Yes, right here. See, I twisted it. And I want you to twist it not like 1/1. I want you to twist it like you twisting a bread tie. And then it'd be about a half an inch, about high as my finger. Look, that's a half an inch, because it's in there secure. But then you got to worry about where I'm going to put this at so this don't stick. Because if I put that on right now, that's going to stick me in my arm. Always be conscious of not causing harm. Move this out your way if you need to, because you can fix that back. I want you to bend it down, take it down into, look for the nearest hole first. I found me a nice hole. Once you find the hole, mash it through. Mash it down in the hole. Perfect. So I mashed it down in the hole. See that? Yep. Okay. So now, oh, we good. Look, she ain't moving nowhere. And that's how you want your pieces not to go nowhere. So you're securing them twice. You wrap it nice, and then you make sure, oh, wait a minute, I thought I felt, let me push that down a little bit more. Then you make sure it's secured on the bottom. Because see, that can be a little, that's going to be flush up against the arm. You want to make sure it's smooth enough. And then with these being straight, you can tighten this up some more. I'm talking extra tight. And you want to, this part, you want to be careful because you can scrape this wire. Once you scrape this wire, you're probably going to have to discount the people because you just don't want to be rough enough to scrape this wire. Once I do that, oh, look, oh, extra tight now. Let's do like this. Turn that up there. Really tight and secure now. Look at that. I love it. Beautiful. Made a couple more bends, and it feels good. You can make a couple on the side. Be careful not to scrape the wire. Be gentle. Just like you would be like with your husband or something, or your king man. That kind of gentle. Or if you're a man, a king man, like you would be with your empress. That kind of gentle. You get it? Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, guys. So we're coming to the end of this, the art of wire wrapping 101. Let me push this one up. And by the way, did I wish y'all a prosperous, healthy, prosperous new year? Okay. And this one can wrap around twice. You always push it into your skin. Oh, I like the way that's laying. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, both of them look fabulously stunning together, people. Yup. Take your time. Make it fit properly. Make sure you're comfortable with it. And there's your art of wire wrapping. Look at that. So love and respect. Until next time, please subscribe so you can receive all the notifications when the next one is coming. Hopefully you'll be able to do it along with me the next time. And I'll list everything that I use down in the description box. And I'll also leave my Facebook business page so you can see some of my creations. And I hope to see you at the workshop number 2, the art of wire wrapping number 2. Have a prosperous and blissful new year. Love and respect.